Hello students, today I will teach you some magic with mathematics. So this type of things you can do it in parties as a magic. So the first magic that I will teach you is how to predict the date of birth of a person. So you can call a person or a child and don't ask him the date of birth, but just tell him to take the number of month of his birth. Now, take for example, a person has date of birth 12th November. Don't worry about the year. Now, November. What is the number of the month November? It is the 11th month. Obviously, you can give the person or the child a piece of paper and a pencil to do the quick calculation. So, tell him to take the number of month. Take the number of month of his birth, that is 11. Now tell him to double it. So double of 11 is 22. Now tell him to add 5. That will be 27. Now tell him to multiply by 5. So 27 multiplied by 5, that is 135. Now to this result add a 0 to right, that is 1350, and to this number tell him to add his date of birth. Now his date of birth is 12. So 1350 plus 12, that will be 1362. Now he will tell you this number 1362. So from the right, make a partition after 2 digits. So on the right, you will get 62. From that, you subtract 50. That will give you 12. And from the left number, you subtract 2. That will give you 11. So this is his date of birth. And this is his month of birth. That means his date of birth is 12th November. Let us take one more such case. Suppose a person's or a lady's date of birth is 5th June. Okay. Now June. What is the number of month? Yes, number of month is 6. So the first step is double it. So that is 12. Then add 5. Add 5 to it. That will be 17. Then multiply by 5. That will be 85. Then put a 0 behind. That will be 850 and then tell that lady to add the date of birth. So that will be 850 plus 5, 855. Now tell her to tell you this number, 855. So from right, make a partition after 2 digits. So whatever number is there on the right, subtract 50 from it, that will be 5. And whatever is the number on the left, subtract 2 from it, that is 6. So this is her date of birth and this is her month of birth. That means her date of birth is 5th June, 6th month, and date is 5. That means the date of birth is 5th June, 6th is the month. So this is how you can play a magic in a party. I'll show you one more such magic that depends on mathematics, and that is to predict a person's pocket money. Pocket money in the sense money in his pocket. So call any person to you and don't ask him how much is the money in the pocket, but on a paper tell him to do this work. So whatever money he has in the pocket, take for example, he has $50 in the pocket. Okay, so first you tell him to add 5. So that will give 55. Then tell him to multiply this number. Multiply by 5. 55 into 5, that will be 275. Now tell him to double it. So 275 he will double, that will be 550. All these calculations he will do on a piece of paper. Then tell him to add his favorite single digit. Any single digit he can add. Suppose he adds 7. So that will be 557. Now tell him to tell you this number that finally has got. So what you do is just neglect the units place and whatever the remaining number 55, you subtract 5 from it. So that gives you 50. That means this person has $50 in his pocket. So this is how you can predict. Let us just take one more example like this as a fun. Suppose a lady has 100 pounds in the pocket. Now tell her to add 5. Obviously she will not tell you this number, but on the piece of paper she'll add 5. So 105, that is 105. Then she will multiply this number by 5. So that will be 525. Then double this answer. So 1050. Then add her favorite digit. to this. Suppose her favorite digit is 7. So her favorite digit she will add 1057 and she will tell you this number. So you'll just neglect the units place. Whatever the remaining part, you will subtract just 5 from it and ask her whether she has 100 pounds in her pocket. So this is how you can do some magic with mathematics in parties and all. Happy students, see you.